welcome to Sunday Morning Joy for February 21st, 2021. It's hard to believe it, but this is our 8th episode. The show features musical artists from London and area, from within the LGBTQ2+ community, and our allies. The music we feature on this show is as diverse as our community, but we'd love to hear from you. Give us your comments, your feedback, your suggestions. Contact Rod at pridelondon.ca. And don't hesitate to watch our previous episodes on the Pride London network. There are a variety of performances you won't want to miss. We will begin the program with a lovely original composition by Jocelyn Draney and Jane Hyson. Jane has been on our show before, but Jocelyn is new to Sunday Morning Joy, but certainly not new to the London musical community. Jocelyn Draney began improvising on the piano at the age of 4 and continues to this day. She has composed, recorded, and produced 4 instrumental CDs. She's been in the healing arts for over 35 years. Jocelyn plays the congas, the handpan, and the didgeridoo. And she uses sound and music to help clients relax and manage stress. Jocelyn and Jane met 7 years ago. They discovered a joyful synergy when they improvised together and became instant friends. Today they will be performing Canoeing Down the Thames, a piece they created together on the synthesizer. Jane says she's been a happy traveler of Thames Valley trails in London area for most of her life, and this music was inspired by her treasured memories of paddling from Fanshawe Park to Springbank Park.
What do you want? When you look at yourself in 5, 10 years, what do you want to see when you look in the mirror? Do you want to see them or do you want to see you?
Clark Bryan is no stranger to Sunday Morning Joy, nor is he a stranger to practically anyone or anything connected to music in southwestern Ontario. As executive director of Aeolian Hall, he is responsible for much of the music that comes to London and for the wonderful programs of Aeolian Hall, including El Sistema Aeolian, Pride Dance Chorus, and Pride Celebration Chorus. Throughout the pandemic, Clark and Aeolian Hall have been still bringing music to the region. The Phoenix series is a series of online weekly concerts featuring extremely talented musicians, some of whom have even been on Sunday Morning Joy. Visit aeolianhall.ca to find out more and follow the links to the Phoenix sessions. Today, Clark is playing a composition by Black Canadian American composer, pianist, organist, choral director, and professor Nathaniel Dett. Dett felt that he could best preserve Afrocentric music by incorporating it into his own compositions. Clark will first play the piece, and then he will speak about the composer and about the composition. Clark Bryan, the Adagio Cantabile from the suite The Cinnamon Grove.
Hi everyone. Well, it's Black History Month here in Canada, and I decided to perform a work that you just heard by Nathaniel Dett, who was born in 1882 and died in 1943. He was born in Drummondville, which is now part of Niagara Falls in Canada. And he left Canada to the States at the age of 11. He studied at Oberlin and was the first Black person to graduate with a 5-year diploma from there. He also studied at Harvard and at the Juilliard School, where he met his wife, who was the first graduate of the Juilliard School of Music, Black graduate, sorry. And there's so much to talk about with Nathaniel. He was really convinced that all of the beautiful music of Black people in the American tradition, the spirituals, all needed to be saved. And the only way to do that is to use it in compositions. And he loved classical music. He was a classical pianist and composer. So he wrote a lot of music, and this particular work is from the Cinnamon Grove Suite, a suite for piano. At an early age, his mother had him reading a lot of classics, including Shakespeare, and he had such a love for literature. This particular suite includes little vignettes of poetry. So for this one, when thou commandest me to sing, it seems that my heart would break with pride, and I look to thy face, and tears come to my eyes. So I would love to talk a lot more about this guy. Recently we had an artist perform at Aeolian Hall, Julian Taylor, and Julian's uncle is the founder and director of the Nathaniel Dett Chorale, based out of Toronto, and that chorale has performed all over and featured the works of Black composers in the Afro music tradition. And he actually took the choir to sing at Barack Obama's inauguration ceremony the first time. So I would encourage you to learn more about this guy. It's a really wonderful wealth of music and something to celebrate during this time. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and thanks again for listening.
I volunteered with Pride just as a volunteer in the beer garden. I was scheduled at a few different events throughout the week and throughout the weekend in the park, and I was just a volunteer at the time, and that was my first year that I came out and volunteered with Pride, and I realized how much just one event brought the community together, how much of an impact in London that having all the different Pride events really was there for people. You saw...
No strangers to Sunday Morning Joy. Diane Bialek and Joyce Toner are back again this week. This wonderful couple performs as the duo Two Souls. It's a 2, Roman numeral 2. They both compose. Diane sings backup vocals and plays guitars, and Joyce does the lead, sings the lead, and plays keyboards. For this piece, they're assisted by their friend Rick Ash. The song they are performing for us today, Dove Song, is from their album Celestial Blue. It's literally a song about birds. When I asked Diane to describe the piece, she said, well, Joyce was inspired from watching doves and pigeons flying against a slate gray sky when they went out one day for a drive. And now, I've lived in Ontario for a while, and I have yet to see a white dove. I've seen mourning doves and pigeons, but we'll go with the white doves. The song is about spiritual love and about love for one another. Diane Bialek and Joyce Toner, Dove Song.
On the float and sway of a white bird, I saw again your face. I felt your breath, and I was free. The glint of the wing of that free flight I envied from the ground, and I looked for a way to fly, to go toward the wider light. Soar with me to my home. Feel the breeze of his flight. Know the heat from being closer to the sun. Soar with me into the night. I want a way to fly, escape the chains that tie me down, fly beyond these worldly things. I want a way to fly, like the birds who soar on your wind. Set me free, let me find my way. Soar with me to my home. Feel the breeze of his flight. Know the heat from being closer to the sun. Soar with me into the light.
I'm so happy to be introducing you to a new contributor to Sunday Morning Joy. Alison Dale lives in Stratford, Ontario, and has played with a number of area musicians as a bassist and as a singer.
Hi everybody, I'm Alison Dale from Stratford, Ontario. Very pleased to have been invited to Sunday Morning Joy. This is a piece that I composed some years ago called Watching You Go.
Our last performance of this week's edition of Sunday Morning Joy features Pride Celebration Chorus. This all-gender choir performed for the Pride London Festivals of 2018 and 2019. They began rehearsals in the spring and performed during the Pride London Festivals for those 2 years, with up to 70 singers made up of members of all genders who are LGBTQ2+ and allies. This is a performance of I Know Where I've Been, a very suitable song for Black History Month. It is in our history that we learn our lessons about how to face the future. The song talks of the battles that the Black community has had to face and continues to face. Listen to these words from the song. There's a dream in the future. There's a struggle we have yet to win. Use that pride in our hearts to lift us up to tomorrow, because just to sit still would be a sin. I know where I'm going, and Lord knows I know where I've been. The soloist, a member of the choir, is Alexandra Kane. Alexandra has been one of the leaders of the Black Lives Matter movement in the city and a strong advocate for the Black community as well as the entire BIPOC population. Enjoy I Know Where I've Been, performed by Alexandra Kane and the Pride Celebration Chorus.
In the darkness, though the night is black as my skin, there's a light burning bright, showing me the way. But I know where I've been. There's a cry in the distance. It's a voice that comes from deep within. There's a cry asking why. I pray the answers up ahead. 'Cause I know where I've been. There's a road with its traffic for so many.
So that's our show for this week. I hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Sunday Morning Joy. Tune in each week for the show and visit Pride London Network for other programming, including a whole series for Black History Month. Simply go to pridelondonnetwork.com. We would love to hear from you. Feedback, comments, suggestions. If you want to be on the show yourself, or if you know someone who should be on the show, contact us. rod@pridelondon.ca. Thank you for joining us on Sunday Morning Joy. We look forward to seeing you again next week.